Good morning. I'm Asha here from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Global Academy of Technology. Today I will be discussing on degeneracy problem. The problem says maximize z will be equal to x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 subjected to three different constraints. So first step to see the problem is of maximization or minimization. Here the problem is of maximization. So you have to go to the next step, that is converting from the canonical form to a standard form. So convert all the inequalities into equations. So first equation is 2x1 plus x2 minus x3 lesser than or equal to 2. The inequality lesser than or equal to is there, then it can be slack variable can be added and made it to an equation. So equation becomes 2x1 plus x2 minus x3 plus s1 is equal to 2. Consider the second equation minus x1 plus x2 minus 5x3 greater than or equal to minus 6. In simplex methods or big M method, if the right hand side value is negative, you have to multiply by minus 1 and make the right hand side as a positive value. So multiply that equation by minus 1. So equation becomes x1 minus x2 plus 5x3 lesser than or equal to 6. So we have to carry out this operation very carefully. If you multiply by minus 1, greater than or equal to sign will become lesser than or equal to sign will become greater than or equal to. So next, convert into an equation. It is having lesser than or equal to sign. So add a slack variable s2 to it. Next equation is 4x1 plus x2 plus 3x2 lesser than or equal to 6. Convert into an equation by adding a slack variable s3. Now write the main objective function in terms of all these variables. So the equation becomes x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 plus 0s1 plus 0s2 plus 0s3. Now write the table. The main basic variable will be s1, s2 and s3, which contribute to a unit matrix. So the table first column is basic variable S1, S2, S3, and the coefficient of basic variable in the objective function is 0, 0 and 0. And write down the variables which are present in the objective functions. Those are x1, x2, x3, s1, s2 and s3. And write their respective coefficients at the top. Now consider the first equation. The coefficients of x1 is 2, x2 is 1, x3 is minus 1, s1 is 1. There is no s2 term and s3 term, so the coefficients are 0 and the constant is equal to 2. So write the respective coefficient in the first row and write the constant value. Similarly, the coefficient of x1 in the second equation is 1, x2 is minus 1, x3 is 5, s1 is 0, s2 is 1 and s3 is 0 and the constant is 6. For the third equation it is 4, 1, 3, 0, 0, 1 and the constant is 6. Fill the table. Now calculate the z equation. It is the summation of CBO into the respective column elements minus the CO value of that column. So it is 0 multiplied by anything is 0, minus 1 is minus 1, 0 minus 2 is minus 2, 0 minus 1 is minus 1, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0. Among Z equation, the most negative value is minus 2. So this becomes the key column. So this is the key column. Now get the ratios. The constant divided by the respective element in that key column. So 2 divided by 1, 6 divided by -1, 6 divided by 1. So among this ratio, least positive ratio, you should never consider the negative value and the 0. So the least positive value is 2. So this becomes the key row. So S1 will be the key row. So X2 will be entering the table and S1 will be the departing from the table. So in the next table, basic variable will be, instead of S1, it will be X2, S2 and S3. Intersection of the key row with the key column is called the key element. We know that key element is 1 and it should be 1 in the next table also. And these two values in that key column should be equal to 0. So you are in the next table, basic variable will be x2, s2 and x3. Since you are having key element as 1, so R4 will be equal to R1. So this is the operation for the row 4. So whatever value present, same thing, you have to write it in the first row. Second, this -1 has to become 0. So R5 will be equal to R1 plus R2. Then this value will become 0. So similarly perform R1 plus R2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 minus 1 is 0, -1 plus 5 is 4, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, and 2 plus 6 is 8. Similarly, R6 will be equal to R3 minus R1. So here it is wrongly written. So rearrange, it is R3 minus R1. So R3 minus R1, 4 minus 2 is 2, 1 minus 1, 0, 1 minus of minus 1 is 2, 0 minus 1 is -1, 0 minus 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay. Now get the Z equation. 2 into 2 is 4 minus 1 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. Minus 2 minus 1 is -3. 2 minus 0 is 0. 0 and 0. Now get the ratios. So among this Z equation, -3 is the most negative value. So this becomes the key column. Now to get the ratios, it is 2 divided by -1, 8 divided by 4 and 4 divided by 2. So in order to select the leaving row, you have to select the least positive value. Here, there are two least positive values occurring in row R5 and R6, and the value is 2. So there is a tie between these two rows. So whenever there is a tie between the two rows for leaving that row, then that type of problem is called as degeneracy problem. So here there is a tie between the row 5 and row 6. So it is a degeneracy problem. So to resolve degeneracy, some procedure has to be followed. Let's look into the procedure. First one, consider the two rows. Here, wherever the tie has occurred, which row it is S2 and S3. So consider these two rows. Consider the unit matrix formed by the basic variables. So here, if you look into the table, the unit matrix is formed by 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Here, you have to look into the table. Okay, so here consider the unit matrix. In that, minimum of elements of the first column in the unit matrix divided by the corresponding elements of the entering column. See, if you take it here, see minimum 100 is the first column in the unit matrix. So 0 divided by the key element in that column will be 4. So 0 divided by 4 is 0. Again 0 by 2 is 0. Again there is a tie. Then you have to go to next step. So in the unit matrix, which is the next column, it is 0, 1, 0. So you have to select this column and again follow the same procedure. 1 divided by 4, 0 divided by 2, that is 0. So among 0.25 and 0, see the minimum value, algebraic minimum value. So it is 0, so you have to select this row. So 0 means S3. So S3 will be departing from the table and X3 will be entering the table. So in the next table, it will be X3 enters and S3 departs. So X2, S2 and X3. And the coefficients are 2, 0 and 1. So if you see the table here, the key column and the key row intersection will be the key element. Here key element is 2. So in the next table, this key element has to be unit and the other two values has to be 0. So how do you make this as 1? So divided by 2. So your R6 by 2 will give the row 9. So divide each element by 2. 2 by 2 is 1, 0, 1 minus half, 0, half, and 4 by 2 is 2. So this row is completed. So next, this 4 has to become 0. So how do you do it? So R5 minus 2 times R6. 2 times R6. So then this value will become 0. 3 minus 2 times 2 is minus 4. So 3 minus 4 is minus 1. So this will be 0. This is 0. 1 minus 2 times of this. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So plus 1 is 3. Again minus 1, minus 2 and 0. So for the seventh row, it is R4 plus R6 by 2. R4 plus R6 by 2. Then this value becomes minus 1 plus 1, that will be equal to 0. Carry out the same operation for everything. Now calculate the Z equation. So it is 2 into 3 is 6. This is 0, 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 minus 1 is 6. 2 minus of 2 is 0. 1 minus of 1 is 0. Again here 2 into half is 2.5 minus half. See, 2 into half is 1 minus half is half. Again here the last column, it is 2 into half is 1. 1 plus half will be 3 by 2. So all are positive value. So the value of, this is the optimal solution. So value of x2 in this column is 4. X3 will be equal to 2. There is no x1 here. So x1 value is equal to 0. Substitute in the main objective function x1 plus 2x2 plus x3. So x1 is 0 plus 2 into 4 is 8 plus x3 is 2. So z value is equal to 10. Thank you.